Hi, Marika.
Right.
So, can you please state your name, the name of the organization, your primary job at the organization?
Okay, so my name is Mari Carmen Raudales, and I am the executive director of L'Abri d'Espoir, which is the women's shelter that's run by the Salvation Army in Montreal.
Today, our topic is program evaluation, summative and formative process and product. The first question is, how does Abri d'Espoir gather feedback from residents during their stay to adapt and improve the program services in real time?
The main way that we do it is because we have a satisfaction survey that we supposed to give to all the women who are here after maybe 1 or 2 weeks, just to give them a chance. And that evaluation is some part of it is quantitative, and part of it is qualitative. So it's really about how was it welcome, how is the food, how are the services. It really does everything, and also how is the support that they're getting from their caseworker, if they've done if their needs have been understood, if their plan is according to what they need, and then also there's space for them to say whether they feel safe here, any suggestions that they have for improvement. So that's a document that's very key to us. And there's also, I guess, an exit interview, which is also gives us rich information, although as you can imagine it's exit, so the person is leaving, so it may not be helpful for that person, but it's helpful for us to understand how we're doing, how we're responding to the needs of the clients.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. The second question is, what methods are used to assess whether the structure and content of support services, example, counseling, skills, training, align with the evolving needs of women in crisis?
I think that's done more with it would be the program manager. The program manager meets monthly with all the caseworkers to go over their case files. So in that, it's a coaching opportunity for Sylvia, the program manager, to really look at the files, see if things are completed, look at the case management or the intervention plans, as we call them here. In English, they will be care plans, maybe, how they are structured, if there's things that need to be done differently. We also have a clinical supervisor who's an external consultant who comes once a month and sort of goes through more difficult files or complicated situations to sort of coach the staff onto how to handle those situations more appropriately.
Can you describe the key processes in place to ensure consistent trauma-informed care across all staff and volunteers working at Abri d'Espoir?
That's a tough one. That's a work in progress. About not even a year ago, we had a training for everyone on trauma-informed care. A full day. Somebody came from our head office in Toronto, because we have a social mission department that have a lot of consultants that can come and help. So I asked to have that person come in, and she gave us a training. And the main impetus for that training was because we realized that the support staff might not be aware of this approach, of how to actually interact or think about women's behavior in a different way, and sort of understand the context and how our reactions can even make things worse without intentionally doing so. So it was more for them, but we all did it. The question is, has that been consistently implemented? I can't say for sure, but that was one thing. And I told you about the operational review we had last week. The idea of that is precisely to come up with more tools. And the woman who came, who's a consultant from Toronto for the Salvation Army, she's going to send me more things. She said if that was a good first step, a baseline training for everybody. For sure, the caseworkers already had some knowledge of it. It's not new thing. But how do we then make sure that it's taking place? I know that there was also a checklist to go over our spaces, just how we handle different things, just to see, are we doing things properly.
How does the program monitor whether essential services like housing, counseling, or referrals are being accessed and delivered as intended?
It would be statistics, really. I mean, we look at statistics every month. Every month I enter or review the referrals, so where people are being referred. Again, Sylvia's one-on-one actually makes sure that these things, the team meetings that they have, kind of is able to track where people are progressing on their journey. We do have many women that we follow in fact, we probably follow everyone that allows us to. Meaning, when they leave, if they give us any sort of coordinates, then the caseworker will usually just give a quick call, see if the person has settled in their new space. Not all people leave and on those terms that can allow us. And then there's even a specific group of people who accept being supported after shelter, post shelter. And so those people definitely we continue to monitor, to contact them, see how they're doing, support them in their new environment.
No, that's awesome. Has Abri d'Espoir conducted or considered conducting long-term follow-ups to measure the sustained impact of the program on former residents' lives? If so, what have you learned? So I think it's with post-hébergement.
It's a post-hébergement. Post-shelter care is key. Right now, I just looked at it not too long ago. It's not that many. Like, it's about 20 to 25%. So it's not the majority. It's actually the minority of people who we do follow. So that's something that I think we have to push for a little bit more. I think some women just feel that they perceive it as being not invasive, but it's like, I'm good. I've left, I'm okay. Some other women do recognize that they still need that support and that it's going to help them stay in wherever they've moved on to, because the issues that they were facing before they came here don't disappear, right? Whether it's addictions, whether it's whatever, it could be just not handling their budget well. It's many reasons that could have led to their losing their housing could still be there. So how do we support them? Here it's easy. Everything's provided. Once you leave and you're back in the community, a lot of those same concerns come back, and so that's where they need the support.
Well, thank you so much for sharing with me, but I really appreciate it. Thanks for all the work you're doing here.
Oh, my pleasure, and thank you for coming and having this chat with me.
For sure, anytime.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.